Oh, wow. All right. Can you see what it's like outside, people? You see the dreary, constant rain? We're on day 2 or 3 of that. And it really sucks the life out of you. Do you see how dark it is in my house? The lights are on. Ugh. It's just one of those days. One of those days. Alright, here's what's going on. Weight loss maintenance style. I'm just going to put out there, people, if you're watching this and you don't read my blog, this will be out of context. So, don't email me weird comments about how I'm, not overweight or whatever. I know that. This is about weight loss maintenance. I'm not talking about trying to lose weight. I'm just having my ongoing discussion with myself about how difficult it is to maintain that weight loss. And I hate to say it because I hate to discourage people who aren't at that point. But at the same time, I think it needs to be more known. I think most of us go into this and just have no freaking clue how much harder it is to just keep on going, to keep your weight where it's at. It's a very different journey than losing weight for the loss. You get a lot more reward, and just having to still, I guess a lot of it is this. I'm going to say this, being somebody in their 30s or whatever. If you're not in your 30s, get ready. Your body metabolism and stuff just changes really fast. And so I guess partly it's this. I feel like every year I discover I have to eat another 100 or 200 calories less just to stay the same. Unless or work out enough to be burning that much more. Like one or the other. You can't just go on. And I hate to out some of my siblings this way. And I will say, in my family, I only share parents with one sibling, and he and I are, we're male and female, but we are very similar body types probably, and can both gain and lose quickly when motivated to do it, right? Maybe both more all or nothing extremist type people. But, so, his weight is constantly fluctuating. Of course, he's a man and, didn't have to have kids, and sorry, I have to pick some stuff. And so, he can do that with no ill effect. Not so much for me, unfortunately. My other siblings are much younger, and this is the point that I was going to make, because I can watch it happen. I have 2 younger sisters who share different parents, so they themselves are not related in any capacity, but they're both taller than me, one much, and we're always very thin, Grant. But now that I can watch them go into their 20s, you see how the metabolism just boom, it completely shifts. Suddenly you could do whatever you wanted and be naturally skinny and everything, and then you start to hit your mid-20s and that is not so anymore. And then you get to be in your 30s and it's even worse. And it just gets worse and worse. So, I think I kind of wish I had known that back in the day. So I think I'm partly struggling with that. I'm also struggling with I'm just an all or nothing person. And in some ways, while, everyone can say till they're blue in the face that I should work on that, people, I have been in intensive therapy for 17 years. I have worked on it. This is improved. So just take that in. Number 1. Number 2, I got bigger fish to fry. And in some ways, some of it is just hardwired. I think you just have a certain personality trait, and it can be a great blessing to be this way. So when I am motivated, I can do something, you know, with, you know, intense focus and be really successful, aka the weight loss. But having to stay that focused is impossible, right? So maintenance is much harder for me. I don't know. While at the same time, I will say, like, to do what, I know exactly what to do. I know exactly what to do to get back down to where I want to be. And why do I want to get back down? Just, again, people, not because I'm fat or I'm overweight. I'm not. I know I'm not. I'm not even, you know, I'm still kind of almost, not underweight, but low weight for my height. That's not because I starve myself, people. It's because that's my natural build. The problem is this. I had been working out a lot. I had gotten my body fat down really low. That doesn't mean stick skinny. I had actually increased my muscle mass, reduced my body fat. So, and not like, you know, I don't know, athlete level style. And I felt great. A, I had so much more energy. B, my metabolism was boosted, and I was able, I'm an eater. I was able to eat what I wanted to. And I need to get back to that. Obviously, that's the reward for working out that hard. But here's the kicker. Life, you know, changes, right? Constantly, especially when you're a parent. And last year, baby was a little tiny baby. And she had very different needs and sleep habits and all that kind of stuff. And I had, and kid was not in school full time, so they could go to bed later than they do now. And I had a different kind of window between the end of dinner and I work out in the evening. Well, now that is much tighter and much harder for me. So I have to, I mean, essentially I have to be in workout clothes for dinner, eat dinner in like 15 minutes, and then immediately get on the treadmill. Well, as you can imagine, things don't always work that way. If Mr. F is late, I can't do it. If, you know, sometimes there's a family thing we need to do and then I can't do it. Things just are always happening, and it's just harder and harder. So, and I cannot work out during the day. Number one, I cannot afford a gym or a babysitter, so that can't happen. Number two, I just am not an outdoor exerciser. Weather holds me back. Number one, I'm not one of those people who's going to work out. Number two, baby does not like to be confined into a stroller for long periods of time. And number three, I can't wear her in a backpack. I already have bad joints and a bad back, and she is, you know, 2 years old. So, basically, I need to do a treadmill workout because it's what I like, and I need to find something that I can do that I enjoy. Anyway, so I'm limited. There's that. Now, a normal person would have altered their diet back down once they found out they couldn't exercise as much. That's not what I did, even though I knew I should. It's very, once you start letting stuff back in, you know, it's a slippery slope, and then you have a taste for that stuff again, and then you have to go back, and I'm just resistant and honestly rebelling and refuse to do it. So I know it needs to be done. I'm just not in the place to do it right now. So anyway, that's what's going on. I'm feeling like I'm close to getting that place, but you know how you kind of have to hit a rock bottom? I'm needing to hit that rock bottom. And it's coming. Because the clothes are now looking good. But also, more importantly, I just really want to, I felt much better about myself, you know, and once you know you can look that way and feel that way, I mean, you just kind of want to go back to that, obviously. So that's my goal. All right. Maybe in January or after Christmas or something. I need to allow for family celebrations because that's kind of my thing. All right.